fun and super organized. We just go with it at this point. Gentlemen, start your engines. We're literally on stage waiting for you. Okay, great. Well, Marley. Wherever you like. How's it going, guys? Man, spreading is up. Exactly. The ladies are like, let's sit all together. They're like, bro, give me space. Seriously? How's your con been so far, you guys?
Oh, I've been having a blast. Thank you all for coming. I've been having really, I think there's even more energy than ever, and I just really just want to say thank you to all of you for coming.
How's it been for you, Shannon?
Yeah, fantastic. First time in Boston. It's lovely to see familiar faces. I'm excited about the rest of the weekend. And really cool to see, I saw Thomas maybe in 2011.
Oh, wow.
But that was on the show. And then, Chris and I...
Those two did a movie together. Has anyone seen it?
What's it called?
No, we were doing separate movies, but...
Oh, you're doing separate movies,
same
but in
hotel,
the same
hotel, yeah.
I'd like a better one.
No, that makes sense. I was trying to think, you were definitely there.
What is he doing here?
I don't remember being in the movie.
Well, no, I was talking about it this morning, so what character he played. I was like, but he was there. I know he was there. What were you doing?
I was shooting The Conjuring.
Conjuring.
I thought I was there.
Yeah?
Well, that's what IMDb is for. Yeah. Chris, how's it going?
It's going good. I've only given away one of my Narnia books. And the first one.
Well, the con is young. There's still time.
Yes, if anyone wants them, they're in the autograph room. But just if I see you around, just if you want a book. Or ring pops. I have 4 ring pops.
Well, before we open up to audience questions, which we're mostly going to do, we're going to start with a hard-hitting question that I asked the ladies, and I think we'll start with Bob for obvious reasons, which is that if you could rewrite the ending for your character, what would
it be? As most of you probably know, I asked for time off, so that's kind of why Bellamy came to that ending. But I think if you had to die, it might have been cool if he was trying to save Maddie and died in the following episode.
Yes. And what if he didn't die? Would you see him on that beach with everybody?
Yes. No, I mean, the only thing, I don't mind that he died. Obviously, it happened. But if she just took the notebook.
Amen.
Yeah, I don't think you'd end up on that beach. I mean, look, guys, I haven't seen the last season.
A lot of people haven't.
How many people have?
Who's seen the final season? Who has not seen the final season?
And I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to grab it because some people it's their favorite season, and that's rightly so. The show is up maybe. But yeah, I mean, probably if you had to die, then doing something like trying to save that.
Right. Yeah. That's a good answer. Yeah. Rowan.
I don't do much writing, so not probably gonna come up with much. But I honestly I kind of feel I mean, as much as it would have been cool to stay around and do all that, I feel just kind of who he was that was the right way to end that, and actually have almost no argument with any of that. So I probably just would not rewrite anything, and I would just do it the same way again.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
No, but just real.
Yeah.
No, meaning, honestly.
Satisfied.
I'm satisfied.
What's the question
I
You
can't.
can rewrite the ending for your character, which I'm dying to hear your answer to this. But yes.
I just felt meaning so much more than I ever really expected.
You're really proud of him.
I am. I'm really proud of him, and I think he turned out great. And I don't want to change anything.
I can't really think of an ending when I'm sort of mulling it over in my head, but I do sort of come to my mind more about Jordan's journey before his ending, and I would have liked to explore more his experience of, you know, having human connections for the first time and like touching like the earth that he landed on and stuff.
Touching the earth, Bob.
So yeah, that would be more what I was wanting to doing.
It's not even St. Patty's Day yet, oh boy. Yeah. Okay, Thomas, let's talk about Finn. If you, not to say you are right or you had to be, what would be an alternative ending that you maybe would have preferred?
Well, this morning when I was talking to some people about what all happened in the show, I heard that all of his characters went to all different planets. And wouldn't that have been fun?
Yeah. Yeah. It's true. But no, sorry you murdered a bunch of people.
And somebody said, like, I mean, you really just ate that one. So,
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Okay, well, so traveling to other planets would be, you wanted to be on the, if you were on the show longer with like the sky
it's
crew.
not just traveling to other planets, there's other stuff too that's actually interesting.
Terrific. Chris?
I think I would have gone I would have gone for like kid 2 so that Jordan wasn't alone. But overall it was pretty good. By the way, I was with Bob when you found out how you were going to die off the show. We were having pizza at Bob's house. And remember that the green revisions came in and you're like, oh, what's this? And we read it and that's how I found out how Bellamy was going to go.
Oh, that's
That he
sad.
was shot. He was shot.
My character who would never shoot him. All right, so what we're gonna do is gently, kindly line up in the middle. I know you guys have lots of questions for the guys, so we will do we'll try and be a little more rapid fire so we can get through it because they have to go to different panels after this.
Absolutely, I like it. All right, guys. Now, how many people we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. Okay. If you guys were to make a boy band right now, who would be the lead singer, who would be the guitarist, and who would be the drummer, and so on and so forth? So make a band for me.
Chris is a musician, so let's start with you. What would you want to be?
Build the band.
Build a band. Yeah. Would you be the lead singer?
No, I can't sing good like pop leads. I like whisper sadly into a microphone. So the lead would be Zach. I want.
Oh, okay. Next. And Shannon, you're musically and choreography, like, I feel like you probably have some skills.
Yeah, I'd probably be like the backup dancer or something.
Bob, drums, guitar, or sing.
Yeah, I'd probably be singing and guitar and the drums, writing the music. Carrying these fucking guys.
Oh, wait, have you all seen the YouTube videos of younger Bob singing on that show? I'm just saying, you should look them up. Sorry, buddy. Thomas, what would be your role in this boy band?
You got videos of you singing?
Heartbreak Hotel.
Heartbreak Hotel?
Dude,
Send it! Do it! Send it!
you sing your son, so, you know, it could be a kid's song.
I know, there's no way in
Whatever the hell you want. All right, Faye, what do you be? I just want to know what Thomas would be a part of the boy band.
So, what is everybody so far? You're the choreographer? You whisper into the microphone? You play drums and do everything?
Yeah,
So,
that's it.
what's left for me?
Anything you want. Bagpipes? Tambourine.
The electric triangle!
Additional
Additional additional percussion by Thomas. This is a really exciting boy band. Thanks, guys.
Don't do that though. Like,
No.
No, we're changing the genre.
They all
That's
sing
the
and
thing.
dance.
Yeah, and
So
whispering
all
in the
sing and
microphones.
dance.
Yeah.
All right, there's a really concise, easy.
Do you reckon they go for like man bands, like guys that are in their 40s?
Oh, instead of boy band, it's a man band.
Thanks, men of the hundred.
Yeah.
I'm men, right? We're guys.
Guys.
Good question, thank you.
Sorry, yeah, that wasn't a
Great question,
question.
great answer.
So my question is one that, strictly speaking, has been asked before. If you were a guest at Dirty Days, I wasn't able to make it, so one of my friends attempted to ask this question for me, and it was not asked properly. So my question is, if 100 took place in the universe of Cars, what kind of car would your character have been?
Have you all seen Cars?
And by the way, that was me.
I have seen Cars.
Not what character would, like,
Oh,
not
yeah.
Lightning McQueen, like,
So,
what
yeah.
kind of car?
Yeah, he would be a horse.
You mean a Mustang?
He has a lot of horsepower. Just an actual horse. What kind of car would Bellamy be?
I don't know. I'm thinking like a classic muscle car. Anything. Yeah.
Nice.
Pretty useless though. Outdated and slow but loud.
Okay. And Jordan, car?
Probably a Tesla.
A Tesla? Yeah. High tech.
What kind of car would you be?
Probably like a muscle car, but outdated.
Thomas? What car would Finn be?
Help me.
He. What are those gas guzzling cars that no longer people drive? Those giant big Hummers. Okay, I'm talking about the car. Calm down. All right, thank you. Good question. Moving off the rails again.
Hey guys, thanks for coming again. We can all agree with that. I got two quick questions. The first one is mostly for Bob, but if it's applicable to the other guys, feel free to answer. Bob, I know you're a big Pokemon fan. You watch straight Pokemon.
I haven't played Pokemon Go in a while. Holy Pearl. I mean, no, it's not. Give me an out. I'll come back. Go to your next question.
Alright, second question actually also involves you. You know, your accent's always like, really been fascinating to me, and it's, you know, it's awesome, it's soothing. And obviously, Bellamy, you know, has this really heavy, thick American accent.
You're like a muscle car.
Exactly. Do you think you can do your best Bellamy impression? I think the crowd would like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a while since I've been. Maybe I will be a Charmander.
Nice. Thank you for
I like
question.
that. Thank you, Bob.
Sean.
I saw a discussion online a few days ago. If Bellamy had died, with the mental state he was in, would he, and he transcended, would he go back to be with Clark? Or Racco?
I actually think, and when I knew that Bellamy was dying, there's a moment that he has with his mum, Aurora, in the cave, and for me, that was kind of his moment of transcendence, and he found inner peace. So whether he was chasing love from somebody else or whatever, I don't know where he would have ended up romantically with somebody else, but the thing that I think he found in that moment was a kind of love for himself and a sense of self-worth. So it would have been really interesting to see where he would have gone from there instead of fighting all the time. I think it was the first time he found peace. So if he did happen to transcend, I don't know, I think he might have actually taken some time for himself, which I'd recommend.
Yeah. Good question. Thank you.
Hi, this might not have grown, but you can answer if you want. We meet most of your characters when you're children, and they're not not a lot of responsible adults around, as we all know. Who is, like, as adults now, what advice would you give your young character?
Like Bellamy when he first got to Earth.
What would I say to Bellamy?
Yeah, what
When
do
he
you
first
need
got to Earth.
When he first got to Earth? Like, those adults up there are fucked. Like, man, do what you can to survive. Like, honestly, that's mental.
I mean, you know, this question doesn't really pertain to me, but I think, yeah, like Baby Rowan, I probably just tell him, like, you know, stay strong, and it's gonna be hard, but it's gonna be good too, man.
Thomas, what would you tell Finn?
Tell us anything.
I don't know. I have no idea right now.
One day you'll be intimate and touch the earth.
And other people. Someday. Thomas, what would you tell, baby Finn when he got on the ground?
What would you tell baby Finn?
Young Finn, jeez.
Don't cheat on Raven.
Like, what I heard is that the show, like, people end up, you get little.
Yeah.
It was the same age, you know, like, it was always, I think he was supposed to be 17. So.
I would have told Finn not to go on a massive rampage.
Keep in mind, if you ever think about, don't do that.
Yeah, but if a girl goes missing and you find her watch, don't go and shoot up her
Thank you.
Take a deep breaths. Move the fuck.
And Chris, what would you tell young Monty?
As me? To the character Monty. Oh, don't set up like lever pulls that kill entire groups of people.
Excellent answer. Thank you, good question. Next question.
Hi, you guys. We just value you all so much as human beings, and we appreciate that you're here. I want to know what personality trait or characteristic from your character do you most relate to now and today in your true self?
I mean, I guess heart of the head is just the big thing I would take away from Jordan, and finding a sense of play in your journey. I think that sometimes take things a bit seriously, a bit heavily, and you gotta have a sense of humor with everything you're doing, and find the fun and the failure. So yeah, it's hard to give Jordan advice because I did find a lot of insight in him as a person. And I think at points when I reflect on it, I might have let myself, my own personal self, creep into his character a bit more than I would have liked now looking back on it. But yeah, it was fun, it is what it is, and I want to kind of do it.
I guess, you know, for me, Ronan was like, I mean, he seemed to be like the quality that he had, that I kind of look to try to have in myself these days. Is he seems to be someone who, even though he had hardline positions, things that he thought, he was willing to discuss the other side of it and engage in that. And so I think in the world we live in today, like that is something I try to do. You know, I just try to do that, and I think that that's the the part of him that I think I was proud of as a character, and that I try to take from him like into my life. It's just that not everyone is going to agree with everything. That is not going to happen, but we can all discuss things and find a way to move forward and find the best for ourselves, for our peoples, for our communities, whatever it is. And so that's probably what I think.
Yeah, that's it.
What do I relate to in Bellamy now as an adult? I mean, I love Bellamy for so many different reasons, and there's things about him that I admire, and a lot of the characters in the show is real resilience and persistence that they show. I think I take that away, but it's not just like in a sense, and somewhat similar to what Shannon was saying, I think I imbued a lot of my own personal journey into season 7 and that kind of letting go in that cave moment with Aurora. Like that to me was kind of a bit of an eye-opening moment for me as well, of like acceptance and all that stuff leading up to him getting to that point was kind of a man that, or a person at odds with themselves, not knowing what they want to do. They're just trying to do what they believe is right, but not knowing themselves fully or accepting themselves fully. So I think that moment where he sees his mother and he's able to be at peace with himself, that's something that I think is really important and I try and relate to. Try.
Nice. Yes. Or you don't have to.
It sounds dumb. The make algae, not war. Learn a skill that you can actually feed people and keep them alive, even if it tastes like shit. But it's nice, especially it's environmentally friendly in a show about destroying the planet. You made something vegetarian and vegan and cool. I'm not a vegetarian. I eat everything and I'm terrible, but I wish. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I'll learn to eat better and be better for the planet.
Nice. Thank you for your question.
Thank you.
A little bit more. Less serious question. As a big music fan myself, do you guys have any guilty pleasure songs?
Y'all Swifties, we know it. Come on, tell us.
I feel no guilt about loving Taylor
Same.
Swift.
Absolutely.
It's a love story, Bob.
Baby, just say yes.
Any guilty pleasure songs? You just find yourself singing all the time. It doesn't have to be guilty pleasure, just favorite
Sounds
song.
like maybe you have.
I have zero. I'm like Bob. I listen to absolutely everything from Taylor Swift to death metal to K-pop to rap. I'll listen to everything, and I have no shame. I am me, and that is me.
Good for you.
Take that, Tom.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I kind of the same way. I listen, but also because I have kids, I watch a lot of the little kid shows, and man, that Team Umi Zumi song. Oh my God! It's just right now. I can't, and I like it.
Hey, catchy is catchy.
When I was bartending, I used to love when the Fox song came on. It would really annoy people, so I was singing out loud while I was bartending.
What's the Fox song?
Fox song.
What does the fox say?
Fox?
Oh, that one.
Wait, Bob, you thought it was a thong song? The thong song is oddly a pretty great song.
It slaps.
Cisco.
Cisco.
Oh, we know.
I have no guilty pleasures. I'm going to see Taylor Swift in November, so I have no guilty pleasures. She's my girl. Thank you for your question.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sam. I have a really random question. Would you guys ever go on Dancing with the Stars?
That'd be fun, yeah.
Yeah.
Love that.
Bob's been trying to get on there for years.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I feel like, why would someone not want to go on that? Tell me why my position is wrong.
So Tom asked, why is there footage of me singing? It's because I was offered dance. This is in Australia. I was offered Dancing with the Stars, or It Takes Two, and I thought I'd rather learn how to sing than learn how to dance because I think I'd be using my voice more as an actor. Yeah.
But you won't sing for
Then-
us.
Any regrets? Yeah, I really missed out on wearing sequins and all that stuff. So if I ever get another chance, then I'll be dancing.
Cha-cha.
Okay, bye, thank you.
Thank you, good question.
My question is, if the 100 was to happen in real life, how far do you think you would make it?
I think Zach would be the only one left.
Let's go.
It's like, make it happen.
Like, let's get to work. Let's go. Get rid of the guns. Let's go.
Yeah,
You wouldn't make it far.
Hey?
You wouldn't make it far. You wouldn't make it. What season would you make it?
He's really tough. He's just being honest.
It's true.
Monty's resourceful, he could have made it pretty far, I think. Yeah, oh, but you. But Chris Larkin, how far can he make it?
Well, I now know where Zach lives. He told me over lunch. So I go to Zach's ranch. He said he orders whole cows and like freezes them for his family. So I'd murder Zach. Eat all of his food. He said he's planted hundreds of fruit trees.
And raise his family?
I won't murder Zach.
You just come in.
Oh yeah, well yeah, then you just feed me.
Good question, thank you.
Hello. This kind of pertains to Bob, but also everybody. But there are two actors who aren't here to defend their characters. And it's about what they said about Bellamy. So in season 7, I drew it was. Because it was so out of pocket that it was like, maybe you don't even know this happened, but Murphy says, 6 years of watching Bellamy manipulate her on the ring, damn it, and her as Raven. And then Miller says, I told Bellamy I'd forgive him, now I can't. And it was kind of like, that was kind of messed up to say after he died, and they didn't like, you know, like would your characters kind of not trash on Bellamy like they did, or would they kind of like join in like, yeah, he
This
was
is the
awful?
first time I've heard this. It hurts. I don't know, like, yeah, I don't know what to say. I mean, I haven't seen it. I don't know what.
I've barely seen any myself, to be honest.
But,
But those quotes kind of were like,
from Miller and Murphy,
yeah.
you'll notice that they're not here. I don't know. What were you guys? I know that Bellamy didn't trash Finn after he died.
No.
I think maybe Monty would have been, you know, like, why would you say that kind of thing? Because I think I would take.
I think it's safe to say there were a few things that happened in the final season that were not aligned with previous season's characters.
Yeah,
Trying to be gentle.
yeah, I would say that's accurate.
Didn't Monty task like Bellamy and Bart to raise your son?
And that didn't happen.
And then we just bailed on him. Like, after you saw the way we handled Charlotte, you're like, they're the ones.
I haven't seen you bailed on him?
Well, it's,
Why did you bail
He was
on him?
walking around getting intimate with the earth.
Wait, Shannon, did they bail on you?
You tell the truth. Yeah, tell the truth. Jordan was
Were
kind of,
you were bad.
yeah, I think Jordan was kind of pretty alone.
Latch on for a bit.
Yeah, but I think, I don't know.
It's unfair.
It'll work out. It'll work out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Emma. It's nice to meet you all. You we're all amazing in this show. So my question for you guys is, was there ever a moment that you felt that the actions of your character betrayed what your character was trying to do in that moment?
Yeah.
And what was it?
Well, when we put that poor dude in the microwave, I wasn't into that. I wasn't into it. I didn't. Yeah. I mean, I was like, there's no coming back. Microwave. I was like, I don't think you deserve that. I was like, why are we putting this dude in the microwave? Yeah, that was fun.
Test taking out the nightblood, putting the guy in the machine is what you're referring to. Yeah.
Yeah, but I only just remembered the microwave thing the other day. I was saying to Eliza, like, you put someone in the microwave. That's pretty wild. But also, like, it's not my place to judge Bellamy, it's my place to understand him. So, whether it's he makes, you know, like he throws away the radio or whatever it is, I have to find the reason behind that. So, as an audience member, you can judge him. As an actor, you're kind of their lawyer. So, yeah.
Oh, and just like a little side note here. Thomas, your character was my second favorite character on the show, so I'm sorry you died so early. So yeah, that was
Thanks
it.
for saying
Next question.
My question is for Zach. So besides The 100, my favorite show is Shameless. And your character Jody was so funny, and I just wanted to ask you like how it was. I mean, obviously he's much different than Rowan, so just like working with two opposite characters, what that was like for you.
You know, I had so much fun to hear about that yesterday and tomorrow.
Where did you go that show?
Yeah, it was really fun. Totally different, but also totally the same. Like people don't realize, because you don't write this stuff. Like you get this idea of a character that gets kind of brought to you by the writing, and then you try to make that as real as you can with who you are and the skill set and your tools as an actor. So even though it's a very different character who does very different things, like how that was done was actually the exact same way. So, like any show, and any character, it's always hard to leave it and hard to move on to the next. And one of the things you just have to do as an actor is just kind of like, all right, it worked when I did it this way, in that way, so I'm going to just do that again in this show.
Maybe I'll put pants on this shot.
Yeah, just take your pants off.
Just take your pants off.
Oh, my shirt. Yeah, it doesn't work, take your shirt off.
Do you have in your contract that you always have to have your shirt off on every show?
What?
Do you have in your contract you have to take your shirt off on every show?
No, and I actually, the first movie I think I ever did where my shirt didn't come off is out right now.
Tell us.
Congratulations.
Thank you. As an actor.
What's the name of the movie?
It's called Sanctioning Evil.
Okay. Is it available
My
streaming?
shirt does not come off.
Is it streaming anywhere?
I think it is, but I have no idea.
Okay, great. We'll Google it.
I don't know. You just Google.
Zach, do you still have it?
What?
Like, do you still have it?
Have what?
Like, if you took it off, is it still there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You want to see?
Yeah.
I mean,
No, it's not. I just...
Tomorrow. Tomorrow's St. Patrick's Day.
Catch me at the party.
Yeah, tonight at the party.
I was only holding this so you could take the clothes off.
Thank you for your question.
Thank you.
Gentlemen, Captain Payne. Yeah. I have a question for you guys because I've been asking this question all day. Is there a scene in any of the things you guys did that after you guys were done, it was hard to like take yourself out of it because you were just so into your character that it just like fully grasped you, and then once they had said, cut, you just were like shaking because of how into the scene you were?
There was, for me, I was just going to say something silly, but it was in season 1 where we were torturing Ricky Whittle, and that torture sequence took about 2-3 days, and that was a pretty disgusting feeling to have, of intentionally hurting someone like that day after day for like 14 hours straight. So yeah, it took a little bit of time to just go, it's not a nice feeling to have, to be putting yourself into that mindset. Yeah. Not funny, horrible.
I mean, for me, it's actually kind of like a weird, different answer like that. Like, I don't mind when I'm doing stuff like the scenes will have, like, I don't know, if I'm doing really intense or sad or whatever the quality of the scene is. don't generally find that following me into, you know, lunch or whatever. That doesn't, like, I'm pretty good at going back and forth, but I do find like stunts, like on a day that like once my adrenaline up, like I can't just turn that off right the way I can turn off, I think, the other side. So yeah, like if I'm doing a fight or something, like that day, it's coming home with me. I'm in that mode, and it's hard to take that off. And in fact, like I have sometimes suffered from like staying in that mode for months, and it's very hard for me to like take that physical mode off. So yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting question because you can tend to take some things home with you, and how you going to purge that. But then you also learn from your characters through life. Like I reflect on some of them now and gain insight from some of those reflections. But I mean, I kind of like, I think when Monty and Harwood doing the video at the end there, and I was just kind of my first day on set, and I was feeling the energy of everyone in the cast, and I kind of ugly cried a bit in my shot. But they didn't put that in the edit, but I remember just I think we all behind everyone, just like, and I think my face did some funny things, but yeah, they obviously didn't use that. But then I don't think I had to like, didn't take that home with me at all. The live scene was a bit heavy for me, but sometimes it's funny because you'll have like an emotional scene when I said Mom and Dad would have loved this, and then they cut, and then they change the cameras around, and then like half an hour, and then pages to walk by, but they need my face to still be in that mode for that one quick shot. I'm like, I can't, I'm not there anymore. So sometimes you're just not there at all, and it's a struggle to actually get back. You have lunch, or you know, there's a lot of time between, so it's a bit of a dodge trying to maintain the energy and keep things consistent.
Great answer. It's a question that I can play. That's a question
I have a thing that that stayed with me for a long time. It's when Thomas spins Devin and I around. He's like, "Hey, why don't we bring these guys?" But this was like one of my first days on set, so I couldn't
get out of that.
I couldn't get out of that. No, I would actually be when I watched the pilot. Was because I was so inexperienced, I just kept looking at Thomas, so in full profile. But Devin is very seasoned, so he made sure that he was at the camera. So that when you introduce these characters, you see Jasper very clearly, and Monty's in full profile. I learned. Does anyone want to ring pop?
You're looking at the shot thinking, I wish they were both.
Yeah, when you spun us, yeah, face out the camera. They see this character, instead of just looking with you eating a leaf. That's not how I wanted it to go.
Who's got that book?
It worked though.
I got it, dude. Yeah.
It was only 11 years ago you filmed the pilot, it's fine if you don't remember.
Still angry.
Did you film in 2013 or 14? The show debuted in 14, so you filmed it in 2013, right? The pilot?
Bring it up, there it is. Look.
Oh, no. That's like so amateur.
Said it was amateurish of you, Chris.
Yeah. You know what I think?
Good question, clearly. Yes. Thank you for visual evidence. Thank you. Look, it's Amori, Prime.
Hi. I have just a little present for you guys. I can give it to you now and ask them you give it to the girls so I can stick to that there.
You come up while we ask the next question.
Okay, hi. I asked the girls this, and they did a really good job, so the pressure's on. In the process of getting to know, or maybe even wrestling with your characters, is there anything that they taught you about yourselves or about life?
Yeah, I think I kind of touched on it before, and I think it's true for most of the characters on the show, is this determination and persistence. I think it's something that resonates with the audience as well, is like how the odds are so far stacked against them, but yet they still keep trying. And persistence is something that you've got to be persistent, and you've got to keep working, and not to the extremes of the stakes of the show, like saving the world, but sometimes like just getting through the day can be hard. But you got to be persistent and get up, keep trying, and the more you work at it, the stronger you get. So that's something I take away from it. Sure.
You know, I grew up like not like I wasn't religious or part of like anything specific, and so I think there was like I don't know, there was like a set of principles kind of by which he operated, and I was trying to kind of keep that as part of mine because like I don't have like a book where I can just read the principles that I'm supposed to follow in life, which would be easier sometimes, but I think he had kind of like some inner thing that he followed, and I try to do the same, just try to remind myself of those, and you know, sometimes I forget, just like it's my favorite.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi guys. If you were in the Guinness Book of World Records, what record would yours be?
If you're in the Guinness Book of World Records, what would your record be?
Oh yeah, like what skills you have.
I don't know. That's a tough one. Yeah, it was a time in which I was considering going for some pull-up records, but they have in the last 10 years gotten ridiculous ways. So I'm not going to try to do that.
It's like 230 pounds.
I don't know. Maybe like I can put the best in the world.
Really?
Yes, I could.
That I could do now that I'm about to turn 40. I just love saying I'm turning 40. It's not till December. I used to be really fast over 10 meters. I had the fastest 10 meters.
In what sport?
No. Sprinting 10 meters.
Oh, sprinting. I thought you were swimming. I wasn't sure.
So 10 meters is like...
From like here to where Joe is.
You just took 2 strides with your legs, and like that's and then you get there. Yeah.
Like I played a lot of soccer, and I was always put off the mark, but then slow after 10 minutes. Yeah.
Anyone else?
Fastest 10 meter.
Yeah, not 10. Divided by 10, you got it.
Would you guys have any Guinness Book records?
I mean, what is like something that like it would be cool if I could do that? Like,
Yeah, like the most whatever of
sort of
something.
like the thing I'm like closest to being.
Yeah,
able to
I'm
do
the
that.
closest to being on 10 minutes. Yeah. Really close. Close. 10 minutes, man. What do you call that? 30 feet?
Good question, thank you.
Yeah, for like, I mean, it was a truncated period of time, but for like 3 years, I was benching like an excessive amount. I was really trying to beat that world benching record, but I couldn't get there, so I shrank back down in size. But like 10 years ago, 20 years ago, I was like, yeah, a Zach times like 3.
Yeah, you know.
There was a guy on our show that actually had the deadlifting record. He did. Yeah, Toby. Yeah. And the stunt. Paul.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
All right, next question.
Hey. So you all left the show at different times, but since leaving the show, in what ways has your career post 100 been most surprising or fulfilling to you?
But it's funny that we all actually didn't. Oh no, you made it. like made it to the end of the show. You're the only one that made it. Character-wise.
The guys.
Nice job, Shannon. You won the conflict. Good job.
Post the 100? Yeah. Man, like COVID hit basically, and yeah, everything got really weird. But I was really happy to go home and do a couple of really important shows to me. But I think as time's gone on, and I've been working for like 20 years now, I'm just really grateful to have this art form and this career in my life. Like, a lot of other things can disappear on me, but my love for performing and acting hasn't shifted, and it's always been a guide for me. So as time has gone on, I've realized how grateful I am to have that kind of compass in my life. Whereas before it was kind of like, I loved it and I hated it, but now there's grown a bigger appreciation for what it means to me. And you know, I feel really lucky to have something like that in my life that I can turn to and go, I know I love this, and I know that's where I want to be, with such clarity. So yeah, I think as time's gone on and post 100, I realised that I love acting and I love that career. And I don't think I had that appreciation prior to, I think it's taken me quite a while to understand that. But yeah.
Is that like, can we ask the question?
You're like, is that what you're after?
Yeah, no,
That was a great answer.
no, but just like what I've done since then.
What you've done since, what's been most surprising to you, or the path of your career, or what's been most fulfilling?
I don't know. I mean, I've had a lot of stuff since then. I've done a lot of different things since then. Probably, you know, I'm always just, I guess I'm always just proud of what I'm doing. So, like, every time I'm doing it, it's what you're talking about. You know what I mean? That is
specific
yeah,
to a show.
It's not to a show, it's just like, you're doing it, you know? And that itself is, like, what I'm, I guess, most proud of. Like, when you're doing it, and just...
And when you're not, it sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. That's really it.
I mean,
Nancy Drew!
You were on Nancy Drew.
Oh, Nancy Drew. Well, that was fun. Yeah, I was a Nancy Drew for a recurring role. But I think the show gave me a lot of more stability in my life. I was kind of, you know, like digging in my drawer for cash, you know, working at the bar. But after the 100, I found I was really blessed to be able to explore, you know, learning different things. And Jordan gave me a bit more a reminder, like a sense of, you know, connecting with yourself and connecting with the process and taking time to just, you can get really focused on jobs and, you know, I need to get this role or like get that thing, but I'm finding a lot of fulfillment in not just being an actor and actually learning things about myself as a person and skills that I'm not good at and things that I want to learn from. And, you know, trying to remember how to sense of play with everything. Yeah, it's an ongoing process.
Really good answer. I guess the most surprising stuff, you said surprising, right?
Or fulfilling, whichever you
Feeling surprising. I guess broadly it's like the whole bunch of mixed up different kinds of like forms that I've worked on since working on TV. In fact, like I worked on a few movies and I thought, maybe movies is a great thing to do because you work on it for a month and then you go and make a different one. That's different. You know, you go play a part. What a great thing. And I made a TV show with the same character for a while. That was cool. And I made reality TV and performance stuff and like live theater things, like mixing it up.
Broadly, I appreciate my friends and family more than ever. I already did, but like throw in pandemic, throw in strike, throw in all the fucking shit in the last 4 years. I appreciate them so much. I don't think I would have gotten through it without them. Specifically, these cons are really special. Like, especially Conageddon, and I'm not just saying this because to blow smoke up Bob's ass because he's my boss for the weekend, but I'll blow it up Zach. I already did. He's ripped. He's hot. Yeah, no, it's very special to be with you all. Like, thank you so fucking much for keeping us employed.
So, when you guys were kids, do you have any celebrity crushes?
I love Meg Ryan, Sandra Bullock.
Ongoing, yeah.
Yeah, so many.
Certain types there. Yeah. Like, pretty much, kind of everyone who would have been your people, you know, that were that way, like, you watched me, but yeah, I was kind of had a little bit of a crush on, like, Jane Goodall, and I got to, like, event, and I, like, saw her, and, like, actually had, like, a really crazy, like, I was like, oh my God, it's Jane Goodall.
You fangirled over Jane Goodall. Amazing.
Yeah, I think mine were like Jean Grey and Rogue from like. Yeah. And then like I just was like a fanatic for soccer and football. So it was, like the only time I got like starstruck and lost for words was when I met my favorite footballer. That's like the only time that I really recalled that.
Matildas?
No, they weren't really like that. They weren't really that prominent when I was a kid. But yeah, and also Australian rules football. So yeah, where you guys found out? Yeah, I think mine were like classic characters.
Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah.
Are you still attracted to
Cartoons. They are bringing X-Men '97 back. I'm pretty excited about that.
Well, we actually are out of time. I'm so sorry for those in line. We have other people waiting and they have to get onto their activities. But let's thank the guys at Conageddon.